I'm gonna introduce you guys to somebody, my brother. He's been here for about a week. He was camping. This is my brother, Casey.
What's up, guys?
He's here today in class. Show him your mullet.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the best haircut ever.
It's flowing heavy these days.
He's an amazing chef. And we're so happy to have him. He's been cooking us amazing meals. So yeah. So Casey's moving with us, and then Vanessa, his wife, was here yesterday. She's gonna be here again. Woo! So here we go. Woo! Hi, Eddie. So let's get started. Okay, guys, you ready? My husband's here. It's a party. Okay.
6 feet.
So, 6 feet. 6 feet away. All right, here we go. All right, you guys, if you like loud music, I encourage you to hook up your phone to your music device. Get it going. All right, so let's jump around a little bit. Shake your body out. Let things go. Take some deep breaths. Woo! Getting that energy up a little bit. All those limbs. Shake it out. Yes. All right, here we go. Walk it out. Just side to side. Just stomp your feet one at a time. Just walk. You want to hop, do that. Whatever feels good.
If you're gonna be on camera, you have to do it right here. Yeah.
Yeah, Case. That's my brother. Woo! All right, here we go. Now we're just gonna spread our feet nice and wide. Get really low. Deep breath, lift, and just stretch. Nice morning, afternoon stretch. Exhale down, deep bend in the knees. Inhale up, stretch. Exhale. Breathe in and out. In. Good. Out. A little faster. Ready? Inhale. Up and down. Woo! Ooh, I love two people in this group. That's really good. Good. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold it down. Bounce right here. Open those hips. Good. 4 more. 3, 2. Right heel. Lift it up. Oh, it's your right. Sorry. Left. Good. Right. Left. Right heel up. Arm circle. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Woo! Good. Switch again. Lift your heel. Bring your arms in a circle. Legs are burning a little bit. That's a good thing. Good. Right knee to center. Good. And then your left. So we're just twisting those hips. Open a little bit. Good. Bring your arm with you and then open back up. So you're closing the book. Knee and arm. Good. Now just the knees. Move faster. Side to side. Side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Deep plie. Lift up and pull it all the way down. Good. Just hold this stretch for a moment, you guys. Catch your breath. Breathe. Good. Pull it up. Good. Inhale up again. This time we're going all the way down. We're going to stay low and then straighten the knees and bend. So up, down, up, down, up, down. Now hold it down. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Left arm twist up. Roll your wrist. Switch. Open your back, open your chest. Good. Bend your left knee to a side lunge. Right lunge. Good. Left. Little faster. Side 2, 1. Deep plie. Catch your breath for a moment. Stretch all the way down. Hold that stretch. Roll it up, nice and slow. Arms open, chest open. Contract. Open. Exhale. Inhale. Breathe, open those lungs. Good, faster. Open, close. Good, double time. 4, 3, 2, we're gonna isolate your chest, bring it forward, to the side, to the back, to the side, little faster. Front, side, back, side, front, side. Good, double time, front, side, back, side, one more time. Good, now, slow circle, connect the dots. Yeah, Shadow. He's like, what is going on in here? Good, other way. Front, side, back, side, front, side, back, at your speed and your style if you want. Good, connect the dots slow. Circle, that's it. Little faster. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, now hit. Side, side. Really loosen this up so we can get kind of like conservative with our hips. I want you to really just loosen. Let it swing. Little faster, side to side. Hips come forward. Good, side to side. Hips go back. Good, one more time. Forward. Back. Good, from here we're going to tuck the tailbone, bring the hips forward and back. Good, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Now we're going to turn to the right. Ready? Here we go. Tuck. Up. That's it. 3, 2, to the back. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, the right side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last time to the front. 8, 7, 6, 5. It's like my dream comes true. I got like backup dancer. Good, lift up. Good, come all the way down. Stretch down. Woo. Beautiful. Good, rolling it up. One vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Arms to the side. We're going to take the whole upper body in a windmill all the way down. All the way back up and again. All the way down. All the way back up. Hold it here. Stretch your side body. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. That's it. Good. Come on up. Flat back. Stretching down over that right leg. Breathe. Good. Come on up. Flat back in the center right here. So you're going to bend your knees and elbows like a little spider. You're going to reach out, flat back. Bring it in, get low. Breathe out, in, breathe out. 2 more. In, out, in. Good. Out. Drop down again. Roll it up. Arms out to the side. Windmill pelvis. Breathe, breathe there for a moment. Find your stretch, so lots of deep breathing here. Every time we're stretching, we're using our breath to help the joints to open up. And let's walk over that right leg. Square your chest over your right leg. Good, you guys, being patient, compassionate with your body, wherever your flexibility is. Breathing into that space. Try to be really present with how tight we are today or how loose we are today, letting that be perfectly acceptable. And then let's walk through center again. Take your time, fingers through the middle, and then find that stretch on your left side, squaring your shoulders over that left leg. Fantastic. Welcome people who are just arriving, breathing, joining us wherever you are. Okay, come on up. Last time, we're going to go to center one more time. Maybe we find it a little deeper stretch this time. Maybe not. Let's take 4 deep breaths in this stretch. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, deep. One more deep breath here. And gently walk yourself back into the center. Beautiful. Gently, gently shake those legs out, coming into the middle. So let's give ourselves a little hip stretch today, opening our glutes. So we're going to find ourselves in a pigeon. You're going to bend that right knee into a sort of angle on that right side. Squaring your hips, chest lifted, lengthening through the back leg. And then when you're ready, finding that sweet spot. So rotating your hips so you feel a nice stretch. And then slowly walking forward. Breathing into that right hip. Opening. High shadow. This is Shadow, our special guest today. We have 2 special guests. Shadow and my brother. That's
Rick.
of course. Well, I know, but I've introduced Vanessa before you, but she's already a special guest. Alright, coming on up, we're just going to switch other side, bending that left knee. Here, Bubba. He wants me right in. I love it, guys. It's fine. Totally okay. He's going to be the most popular one in class today. Breathing into that left hip. Good, one more breath, come up to center. Fantastic, you guys, beautiful. Coming into the middle, bring your feet underneath you, get to a nice crouched position. We're just gonna rock gently through the feet. So lifting the heels, stretching through the back of the feet, opening the toes, ankles, heels, forward and back. And now we're gonna gently drop the heels down, let the upper body just hang in this stretch forward. Excellent, you guys. On your next exhale, beginning to roll through the spine. Anchoring the heels, pulling the belly in, 1 vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up to the top. And then just give yourself a gentle head roll here. So wherever you are, take your time, give yourself a head roll. Maybe you stretch through the jaw, opening your mouth. Maybe you stick your tongue out. Reverse direction. Breathe. Fantastic, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna go right into the first exercise before I even start to talk about anything else. We're just gonna go right into an exercise called shapes. I'm gonna give you a shape, so say it's a circle or a triangle or something like that. All you're gonna do is create as many of that shape with your body as you can. How many triangles can I do? How many squares? Whatever they are, yeah? So I want you to just completely allow yourself to Get out of your head, into your body. Let the music move you. Be creative, have fun with this. And just move one movement into the next. You ready? Let's go with triangles first. There's no right way to do this. Do it your own way. How many triangles can you create in your body? Once you reach one triangle, see if you can create another triangle. How many can you create? Fantastic. Okay, good. Whew. All right, from here, we're going to take this into our next moment, which is just going to be more of a reflection. So we're going to move into, Shadow's really excited by our movements. He's having a great time. He's our special guest. So we're going to next move into a little bit of inward work, a little bit of self-love, as I so love to do before we get into really the main theme for today. So what we're going to do is move in gratitude. So I want you to start from either the floor. You can lay down if you want to. Maybe you have a chair. Maybe you have, I would say the floor. I would say just lie down. We'll start there, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to start with one body part at a time. I'm going to give you one body part at a time. And what I want you to do is I want you to use your eyes to watch that part of your body move. And I want you to just share gratitude to that part of you, yeah? As strange or whatever woo-woo as that might feel or seem to your mind, the practice of doing it starts to really open up your heart and connect your body and to your feelings, connect your mind to your feelings to your body. So I just want you to begin to connect really deeply and intimately to this beautiful vehicle called your body. So starting on the floor, lay down, get comfortable, laying on your back. And we're gonna start here. Deep breath, feeling the ground beneath you, the ground support you. I'm gonna be seated while they're behind me. Good, take a deep breath again, letting your body sink deeper into that floor that's holding you. Beautiful. And I want you to start with your right hand. So all we're doing is I want you to begin to move that hand, and I invite you to open your eyes. And I want you to begin to move your hands all the ways it can move, perhaps allowing the music to inspire that movement. Seeing with eyes of gratitude. Let that movement move up into your forearm and your elbow until it's moving through the whole arm. How can you move this arm? What are all the different ways it allows you to move? Good, let's add the other arm. Start with that left hand. Up to the forearm. And elbow. Upper arm. Shoulder. Now we're having both arms. How do you move your arms? How can you observe? How can you appreciate? How can you take in all the ways your arms can move? Breathing, breathing. Good, and I want you to let this movement begin to move up into your shoulders as well. Noticing how your shoulders move. And let this move into your chest. So now we have our arms, our chest, and our shoulders moving. And maybe we sit up now if we're laying down. And we move all the way into the torso. So now you have everything from the hips up moving. So this is your own exploration. This is your own discovery. It's not about doing it the way I do it. It's about feeling into your own body. Finding gratitude for your own movements, whatever they are. Good, you guys. Let's add a leg. Let's go into that right leg. Your foot, your ankle. Maybe it's moving on the ground. Maybe it's moving in the air. Maybe you start to sit up off the ground a little bit. Giving appreciation to that part of your body. Exploring how it moves. And then adding the other leg. How does that move? What does it do? Can you appreciate, can you celebrate all the things, all the ways that your body moves? If you want to close your eyes to feel into it, do that. Good, keep going just a little bit longer. It's fine, you guys. Is find a final pose in which to just be in gratitude to your body, whatever final pose you want that to be. Maybe your hand is on your heart, maybe you're laying down, maybe you are embracing your body with your arms, whatever feels beautiful and good to you. Deep breath in. Fantastic. Breathing in that gratitude. Fantastic, you guys. So feeling a little refreshed, feeling in our bodies, feeling some gratitude. We got to move with our sweet little puppy. And now we're gonna go into sort of a little deeper into the next part of class, yeah? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna talk about shadows for a moment. So, shadows. So, shadow work is basically, so I'm sure many of you know what this is, but for those of you who don't, shadow work is really working with the parts of ourselves that are in the shadows, the parts of ourselves that some of the time we don't even know exist. But there are clues as to getting in touch with these parts of ourselves. There are clues as to how to find, how to track these shadows. And why does it matter? Why do we want to get in touch with our shadow selves? Why is this important? Our shadow selves are parts of us that we have rejected for whatever reason, or that that throughout life perhaps there have been certain parts of ourselves that have not been allowed to be celebrated, not been allowed to come out and speak or be heard. And so these parts of ourselves get sort of shoved into the basement, that's the idea anyway, the proverbial basement. They get sort of suppressed. And the thing about this is these parts of ourselves are actually really important to us. These parts of ourselves are part of the reason we are here. They're parts of ourselves that want to be shared with the world. Now, how these shadows will show up when we have rejected them within ourselves is they will show up in other people. When we push something down, it stays there and it vibrates at the frequency that it has. So if I shove down, for instance, for me, my anger, if I shove down, if that part of me wasn't allowed, if being big and drawing attention to myself wasn't allowed, if being pretty wasn't allowed, if being owning my power wasn't allowed, or didn't get me what love and affection from my immediate parents or whoever, then that gets shoved down. So the way I can find out what my shadows are is they'll show up as the people in my life who I can't stand. They'll show up as the people in my life who drive me crazy. Or the concepts in my life that make me crazy. And for some reason, they just keep showing up. And in this interesting time where we're all sort of separated from each other physically, I think this is showing up a lot for many of us in social media, where we are all sort of showing up even more. And I'm just going to invite you guys to sort of scan and take a look at what has been coming up for you, what has been in front of your face that draws a reaction that is loathsome, that is, I can't stand that, that makes me crazy, I can't stand that, right? Those really fast jerk reactions. Those point us towards the shadow aspects of ourselves, the parts of ourselves that we've actually pushed aside. So we'll get into that a little deeper later, but what I want you to do to start is I want you to identify that person or concept that has most driven you crazy as of late. Is it the people who are fear or fear-mongering? Is it the people who are like Zen and everything's gonna be okay? Is it the people who are, who are, being really controlling? Is it people who are selfies and, still acting as if nothing's happening? What is bringing up the most potent reaction in you? And I want you to, just without shame, without judgment, I want you to own that, okay? So I'm gonna do it first so this can help you guys. And if you want, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to go ahead and type that in your comment box if you want to share it, okay? So for me, right now, it is, this is hard to admit, it's the overly spiritual, I know everything and you don't. At least that's my judgment, right? So that's the shadow that comes up for me that I'm like, oh, that drives me crazy, oh, that drives me crazy, okay? So what is it for you? What would that be and what could you name that? I'm gonna name that the ultra spiritual, okay? What are you gonna name yours? You can type it in the box, the comment box, and I would love to see it. If you don't want to, that's fine too. So mine is the ultra spiritual. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do here is to fully own that shadow aspect and to kind of make fun of it. We're gonna go ahead and be that. We're gonna be the super spiritual. We're gonna be the ultra spiritual. We're gonna be the selfie biatch. We're gonna be the fear-mongering religious person. Whatever it is, I want the stereotypes. This is where they belong. This is where we start to heal things, okay? People who think this is the end of the world. Overly apocalyptic. Love it. Great. So I want you to name what that is for you. And then when this next song plays, I want you to actually satirize it. I want you to exaggerate it. How would that, as if it was a villain, how would that aspect look, right? What if you over-satirize it? I want you to have a lot of fun with this, as if it's almost a villain in a Marvel comic. Make sense? This is gonna be fun. Good, here we go. So own it, don't be afraid of this. This is pointing towards something within us that we get to heal, that we get to work with today, all right? So don't be afraid. Greed, beautiful, love that. So the greedy ones, the ones who are like, my money, where's my money, where's my money, where's my money? And by the way, I'm saying all this, but this doesn't mean these things are inherently bad. This is just what drives me crazy, what drives you crazy, what drives you crazy. It's gonna be different for everybody, right? Okay, here we go. Ready to be your superhero villain? Okay. Rob Lerner, you're gonna come out and be a huge superhero villain with me. And so are you, Vanessa. All right, here we go. So begin to embody the exaggerated version of this shadow. Just hold that pose for a moment. Breathing there. Wherever you are, I just want you to take a seat. Wherever you are. Noticing how that was for you. Noticing, allowing whatever came up for you in that space. And then there's a question I want you to ask yourself about this. Could there be a healthy need or a healthy root behind this behavior? What is the need behind this behavior? Now that you've embodied it, what felt a little bit good about that to you? Even if it was silly, even if you were judging it the whole time, well, what felt the slightest bit fun about that? And again, what is the healthy root? So for me, what was slightly fun about that was the ownership of power, the fun in sharing aspect of that ultra spiritual person. Can you own the part of that that might be an aspect of you that's been shoved to the bottom, that's been ignored? Just something to consider. And if there is an aspect of you somewhere in that shadow, and there is a healthy need or a healthy root, for me, the healthy root that I discovered was the desire to share, the desire to be powerful, not more so than anyone else, just powerful. Can I own that? Can I own there's a part of me that wants to own my own power? Can I own there's a part of me that wants to share that in a healthy way, and maybe that hasn't been able to? What part of you is this shadow, is in the shadows? What part of you is this person or aspect out there highlighting so that you can incorporate or heal this part of your rejected self? Right, overly apocalyptic. What's the real need? What's the root that's healthy? Perhaps it's the love of life, the fear that it will be gone. Can I own there's a part of me that wants to be allowed to be afraid of losing life? Can I welcome that back? So take a couple moments here, a couple more breaths to be with this part of you. What is the healthy root? What is the healthy need? And can I invite that back in? eyes. And then I want you to take that true need, that rejected part of yourself. I want you to bring it back in through this next song, and I want you to allow yourself to celebrate this shadow part of yourself as if, what if I let this be here? What if I let this be expressed in the world in a way that I want to? What if what that other person is doing is showing me a part of myself that I want to allow out? It's okay if it's anger, it's okay if it's fear, it's okay if it's worry. Can I allow that to come out in a healthy way? Can I own that part of myself? So this last song is going to give us that opportunity to move in that shadow self. So we're going to start here with our eyes closed. Feeling into the body. Where does this shadow aspect of me live in my body? Ask your body that and it will show you. And then breathe into that place in your body. And then I invite you to whisper, "You are welcome here, shadow." I just realized Shadow was the name of the dog visiting us today, and how perfect it was that he was here. Wow. So we're going to welcome our shadow. We're going to move in our shadow. Starting from this place in our body that we're connected to. And let's allow the shadow self to begin to move through us. What if we owned the healthy need that this shadow is expressing? The soul desire that wants to be seen. The emotion that wants to express. Permission to step into this part of yourself, to welcome it back. This last 45 seconds of this song, no apologies. Give yourself permission. Never mind, the song is not 45 more seconds. These last 45 seconds. Here we go. Can you give yourself permission? Maybe this brings up emotions, maybe it brings up resistance. That's okay. Do it anyway. invite you to say in your own way, to your own body, thank you. Thank you for pointing out there to what has been rejected in here. Thank you for continuing to show me the way to wholeness, to inviting all aspects of me to play in this life and to be present. One more. Let's go 2 more deep breaths all together, breathing into your heart center. Inhale, feeling that expansion. Exhale. Good, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful, beautiful, brave work today. Thank you so much for being here again with us. This was so much fun. Allow your shadow to continue to speak to you through social media, through this whole thing that's happening. What an opportunity to look at our own reactions to things and what needs to be heard within us that has been formerly suppressed or rejected. So, welcoming all aspects of that back to us. Let's put our fingertips on our heart and just do a little tapping here across the heart center. There's a lot of expansion and a lot of movement and emotion today. So just gentle, gentle comforting of the heart center. And let's take our beautiful stretch forward, all the way down. Whew. Breathing into the heart, into the back. Right leg stretch, and left, and back to center, hold it up. Right side. Good, take a deep bow, honoring your bravery, your courage. Beautiful class, love you guys, thanks for being here, all of you beautiful people. Thanks for sharing this class with your friends and all who need it. We're gonna keep posting on YouTube and hopefully adding to Facebook. So many things. Anyway, love you guys, take care of yourselves, and see you soon.